goodness, something just tickled me. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, child. Okay. So I was watching this show called Marrying Millions. It's on Hulu. And I find it to be pretty interesting. So I always wanted to do a tarot readings on the couples to see more about them. So yeah, I'm gonna get some of my thoughts on it, like on things that I've seen in the season with these couples, like what I thought about the show, because it brought up some real interesting topics. It talk about age gaps. It talk about how people perceive money and what they're willing to do for money. Hmm. Wealth gaps. I mean, it shine a light on a lot of things. So let's get into it. Okay, so first couple, Rosie and Drew. I already started pulling cards and gonna get right into it. So over here, Rosie, how she feel about Drew? I started out with the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. Look, she not attracted to him. She not attracted to him, and but she do feel like he has personality that make up for what she don't find attractive about him. So she is attracted to parts of his personality. Um, yeah, it's kind of for the money, but she feel like she made a good decision. Basically, she feel like she made a good decision doing this. So regardless of what, she feel like she did what was best for herself. She also feel like they work well together. She feel like there is a certain type of chemistry, like for one, they both understand each other shadows. So her being in it for the money or her being manipulative or whatever, these are things that he knows about her and that he accepts. And he also feel like it's reflected in him too. So they both feel like they have similarities and they feel like good business partners. Mm. So how he feel about her, he is he feel like they are like divine counterparts. I pulled the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. He feel like he hit the jackpot. He don't care what she in it for. He don't. But it's also hmm, I do feel like he having some issues like in business, in his career or something. Like some things that he may have did shady, underhanded, and he kind of nervous about it getting out. But he felt like he could talk to her about these things. So they have a pretty decent relationship. I feel like he's a cheater. I feel like that's a problem. Um, because he got money, he used to women like throwing themselves at him, and it's kind of hard for him to resist. I also feel like Rosie, like after they got married, she might have stopped having sex with him. So I want to know how she feel about the cheating. Hold on. I think she gonna use it to take what she can. The death card fell out. I shuffled it back in and it came out again. So I think she's gonna use it to her advantage. And she might be doing it soon because I feel like his money is a little funny. Like, he kind of put on a facade for her. Like, when they was dating, but there's something funny about his finances right now. Ooh, yeah. And I think that, ooh, yeah, so it's like it causes frustration and arguments, it causes fighting, and I don't feel like she feels so secure in the position that she in now. He also have a nasty attitude. Like, I feel like he could low key be abusive. Like, just he's play those mental games. Mm. I feel like it's something that she want to get out of, but she want to get out of it with money, and it looking like that might not even be the case. So he did kind of catfish her. I don't feel like he cared that she was there for the money, but he was kind of like obsessed with her. So he like had to get her, and then he put up this front like he had a lot of money, and he do have money. I mean, shoot, he got money, but it's not where he told her it was at. He wasn't truthful about everything. And I think like after they got married, the money situation got worse. So like he may not even come home some nights. And he's very attracted to her, but I feel like she's like refusing to have sex with him. She don't want to, so she don't. So that's his excuse to cheat. And I feel like he want her to feel kind of jealous, but it they just not that type of energy. So it is a sense of disappointment on both sides. And she's feeling very justified, and I would have to agree because I feel like how this started, it started up front. Like they was both upfront with each other about what it was. and he didn't hold up his end of the bargain. So I'm gonna get some cards of how this going to turn out. I mean, I don't really got. Okay, I'm gonna get some cards. I'll be back. Yeah, Rosie and Drew, they ain't gonna make it. Mm-mm. First card in this deck, this card is called Failure, but it's the Seven of Pentacles, I believe, which in a regular tarot is something else, but I will put a picture up. I also want y'all to pay attention to this color scheme, how it looks like blood. It's gonna be ugly breakup, ugly divorce. Yeah, this black and this red is gonna be dark. It's gonna be ugly. Ugly things gonna come out. It's gonna cause a lot of stress, but towards the end, they will both be relieved that it's just ending. Yeah, but they was meant to meet. They was contracted to have this relationship. It's very powerful, the relationship to both of them. Like a powerful lesson in it. Um, but yeah, I think mm, I mean I give it a few more years if that. If that, yeah. Alright, y'all. Okay, next up is Sean and Megan. So this is pretty interesting. Megan, she really have feelings for Sean and she feel like they are a good match. She also feel like he make her feel beautiful. And she don't like to be think of as a gold digger. That's not really her intentions. But Sean, on the other hand, he has a lot of secrets. He keeps a lot hidden and he don't speak his mind on a lot of things. Um, when I was shuffling his cards, I kept thinking child because that was like his main concern. I feel like he felt like this what he had to do because she got pregnant. And it's really like it's got a lot of emphasis on reputation. So he did what he thought was the right thing to do. But it's a lot that go on beneath the surface within him. And I feel like she could see it. They have like an intuitive knowing between each other. But I feel like he struggled with a lot inside and even with anxiety. And there's a lot that he keep hidden and he don't speak about. Some of it has to do with business. Other things have to do with family. In the show, there was a lot of emphasis on his approval from his dad. And that wasn't just for the show, that's like real. But it goes deeper than that. the dad has a real control over his kids. Let me get some more cards. Sean just doesn't feel safe. It's something like looming over him, something that happened a long time ago, and it's dealing with the business that he has with his dad. So it's something about his life that he don't really feel like he have control of his own life in a lot of ways. I'm hearing like secret enemies. He worry about that. And he does have like a lot of anxiety. And I feel like he kind of waiting on something that's kind of karmic. Like karmic coming back to get him. So I don't feel like he wasn't honest. He wasn't honest about some of his intentions. Hold on. Okay, so it's real love here. I feel like they truly love each other. And I feel like this a very divinely guided connection. And I feel like they both made a good choice with each other, but they do have their own issues. I do feel like Sean cheated before. I'm feeling like it's in the past, but through them getting over that situation, help him to see that she really love him. And she do really love him. But sometimes they have issues, and I feel like there was a few times that they almost broke up, but they get pulled back to each other. She do have a manipulating side, but also because I feel like she highly intuitive. She really know how to look into people. She good at reading people. And she also challenges him. She challenges Sean, and he really liked that. It actually turned him on a little bit. Yeah, the sexual chemistry is actually crazy good. Yeah, yeah. They have good sexual chemistry. They both enjoy having sex with each other. But I do feel like there was a time that he like almost lost her, and he worked hard to get her back. And it's something that she actually really had to heal from to like trust him again. Okay, so I'm gonna get how this will turn out. Yeah, it's not looking too good. I feel like it's gonna be an event in their marriage that is triggered by an old wound, and because of this event, it's just gonna break both of their hearts. I kind of feel like they're gonna get back together though after this, after some time. And I kind of feel like this event is meant to happen. And it's gonna break them up for like, it's gonna be like a short separation, but it's gonna actually transform them. Because the girl Megan, she is a very intuitive person, and I think that she has like a light worker purpose. So, and him too. I feel like he has to learn how to free himself from his dad, and I think that she's gonna help him do that because his dad have control over a lot of aspects of his life, and he wants to be his own man. So I feel like this event is gonna hurt them, but it's gonna bring them closer together later on. Cause I feel like they always gonna be in each other's life in some way. I mean, they have a child together, but I feel like they always gonna be friends in a way. Okay, so this is about Colton and Katie. Let me make sure that's correct. Yeah. So they had real deep feelings for each other. Um, but it's a certain type of attachment, and some of them are not healthy. It's parts of his childhood that plays out in this relationship, but I feel like it's meant to be healing. Katie, she feel really attracted. She's very attracted to Colton, and I feel like he's very attracted to her too. And they have really good chemistry, and they have a lot of fun together, and they bring out some really good qualities in each other. But I believe that there was like some complaint with her family, and they may have broken up for a little while, but I feel like they still mess with each other, but it's more secretly. There may also be somebody else, like maybe Katie will get into a relationship with a man that's like around her age, but she's still going to be messing with Colton, and it hurts him because he has real emotions, real feelings for her. Hmm. Sometimes he try to be cold with her. She do have like a certain type of control of him. It's like it's just the energy. She has like a strong effect on him. And she's not doing it to be manipulative, but it could come off like that. I could always also see her concern about um their different perceptions are what they looking for in a relationship is different. Okay, so they both have issues that are similar, things that they need to heal within their personality to have a healthy relationship. I feel like Colton is a bit unrealistic about how he viewed this relationship, because he wants family, marriage, kids, and stuff like that. And she's not in that same space. So it's almost like they are making some type of agreement of how they can be together. Like how they can be together but still make sense. But they feel very attached to each other in a way. So I feel like Katie is still have some emotional wounds from a relationship before where she really wasn't treated good, and it took away some of her self-esteem, like maybe she was in a relationship with a narcissist. It also gives her anxiety. And I feel like she project those problems onto Colton at times. And he's like the perfect catalyst to wear it because they are reflecting each other. They reflecting like similar wounds. Now with this 6 of Cups here, it's reversed. So he has a wound from his childhood. These are like childhood wounds he working through with her. And it's something about the relation with him reminds him of his mom or something like that. And this relationship, he's already very mature. And I feel like he's so mature because I feel like he's been through a lot. But he still has a lot to learn. I don't remember how old he was, but he feeling like early 20s. His energy feeling like that. And he has a lot of maturing to do. And he is trying to step into a role of a man, but he still has so much to learn. And see, I pulled the Emperor reverse for him. And usually when I pull this card reverse, especially for a man, this is like a man that's transitioning and has the full potential of being like a divine masculine. And they even have that desire, that will to be one. Now, all men, not all men have like they will, because people are here for different purposes. But they just not there yet. So it's like they carry all this power because they carry the power of the Emperor. They just don't know how to utilize it. They don't know how to use it correctly for their benefit and for other people's benefit as well. So they kind of reckless with it, with the energy. And that could cause some to be like heartbreakers, players, or whatever, because they will put their value in their dick and many, you know, real superficial stuff. Like, um, and a lot of time they will be very egotistical because they feel they power, but they haven't really stepped into the role as a divine masculine yet. So they walk around like they the shit. And usually for these divine masculine, they come into a situation that helps to change them. Like we all do, really, but and a lot of times it's like a relation with a woman, and a woman who also carry like that power of like a divine feminine. Now, this woman could end up being a mate, or it could just be a karmic relationship that just get them on that path, but it's not something that they supposed to be in forever. And I kind of feel like this is one of those relationships. They have like a lot of attachment and a lot of passion for each other, but um, it's like a trauma bond. They connected by similar traumas. And when I was watching it on screen, I was thinking like twin flame or whatever, but I don't really feel, I don't see that here. I feel like they are contracted to meet and to have this experience and to gain some healing from each other, but to move on. So, in Colton, I feel like, especially if he do the healing, and I'm feeling like he's aware that he need to, that he's gonna be like an amazing man. Like, I feel like he's gonna go on in life and later on get married, have a family, and, you know, build his own legacy. That's what usually the divine masculine want to do, but be that as it may. And I also think that Katie is gonna move on and be happy. I feel like there's an older male around her that she's interested in. And I feel like that relationship is more what she looking for. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Stay blessed, y'all. Alright, so now for Gentel and Brian. So Gentel and Brian was one of the most interesting dynamic to look at on the show. It wasn't, I don't think they had a huge age gap between them, but it was a wealth gap. And the woman, she made the most money. She was a millionaire. And the guy, Brian, he was a construction worker staying with his parents. So through the show, there was, like, for one, I ain't like her friends. I thought they was rude as hell, and they had too much input, you know. But at the same time, I do feel like she was settling. She was settling because she didn't want to be alone. But I don't feel like she was settling when it came to him not having money, but I don't really feel like he brung much of any benefit. Like, he didn't know how to interact with her social circle, even though those people was pretty trash. And I think that their personalities was really different. And I also feel like she has a masculine energy. Very beautiful, but she has a masculine energy. And I feel like it make the men that she date intimidated. So it's like always a issue. Like if she date men with a lot of money, cause she has, or if she date men who are more dependent on her, it don't matter. It's like they have an issue. It's some agitation within their spirit about her just being a very successful woman. But there was a lot of pain behind her eyes when she talked about her family and how she don't have any because all she had was her mom. I think it was from Thailand, and the rest of her family got killed. And I think it was they got killed in the transition from Thailand to America. So with that type of history, I could see why she put like a lot of her value in her work. I mean, I see that like when you come from, when I see people in America who came from certain countries, I know they had to work their ass off to get here. I know that they had to um, go through a lot to get to America for opportunity. And the truth is, there is opportunity here. It is. Foreigners, they come here, they open up a business or something like that. But what they learn is that it's opportunity here, but it's hard to be rich here. To be rich here, there are certain things that you have to sacrifice, certain morals that you have to sacrifice. I feel like each tax bracket, it makes you sacrifice something. But be that as it may. So what I notice about foreigners is that they have like a really strong work ethic. They're gonna make it no matter what. And they willing to make some of those sacrifices. And a lot of times they're not just doing it for themselves, they're doing it for their family. So that's a even more motivation. So, and I appreciate a hustle. Alright, so I'm asking like Gentile feelings for Brian. So initially she did have love for him, but it was like it was I wouldn't say that it was really love. Like she did like him, and she also felt like he brought out different aspects of herself that she's not used to utilizing. And I also felt like she felt as if they could have fun together, but she was always settling from the beginning. It's fair saying that she was like, she was looking for somebody like him because she felt somebody like him was going to stick around no matter what. So she really did change her mind at the last minute. At the last minute. And it wasn't about the money. It was easier for her to fall on that reason, but it was the attraction. She wasn't as attracted to him. Um, she liked a certain type of person, and he just wasn't it. He was way outside of what she usually go for. And she was trying to force herself to love him. And then at the end, she realized that she didn't. So she left him at the altar because she didn't love him. It wasn't because of the money. She just didn't love him. She also felt like he made it more difficult. Like, she felt like he made it more difficult than it have to be. She expected him to be a certain type of way and to act a certain type of way because she felt like she was in a position of power because she had the most money. And nah, he didn't fall in line. Like, I'm hearing that she seen what she also seen in a wealthy man in him. I'm feeling like she felt as if he will have like less ego. They will have like less fights and stuff because he was in a position to benefit. She also liked nice things, and she could provide it for herself, but she realized that, like, when it comes to being gifted stuff or whatever, she want a man to provide nice things for her. You know what's so crazy is that I pulled this death card in every reading so far. I read it on this TV show. At the end of this, I'm gonna go over real quick why did everybody decide to even come on this TV show in the first place. Alright, so Brian feelings for Jantel. He felt like she was a whole blessing. He even felt like he could feel emotionally fulfilled with her. He was also willing to give her what she said she wanted as far as kids, a family and stuff like that. And I think that he would have been alright with being like an at-home dad. So he wanted to give her what she wanted, but he felt like she was mean and cold sometimes, like a lot of air energy, and he didn't know. It was like he always was waiting for her to decide that she didn't really want him. It's like he was always waiting for that. Because initially, at first, he kind of wondered like why she was even interested in him. But I'm hearing production as well that played a part in it. They might even met through like producers or something like that of this show. Um, All right, so he wanted it. I mean, he wanted her, but I also do feel like he was keeping even more secrets from her. Ooh, Like he might have like a low sperm count or something. Like he might have like a low sperm count, or it's something that if they would have got married, it would have been an issue that they came into. So, yeah, Spirit was saying that her intuition was correct. She did the right thing. She did the right thing for herself. Um, because he did have more secrets. Let me get some more. He knew that, actually, it wasn't the money for her, but he felt like it was about the money. And I also think that when she walked away from the altar, she mentioned money, but it was deeper than the money for her. Like her intuition was strongly screaming at her to not do this. Like to not do this. She really started to distrust him. Now, when the show was playing and they was talking about like he used to be engaged with a woman who was also wealthy, and he never told her about that. I didn't really think it was a big deal. Like he didn't tell her that he used to be engaged. It was something that her friends digged up on him, which I want to go back and watch that because I wonder how they did it. Now, they made it, it was so dramatic, like how the production did it. It was just hella dramatic. So, they had her friends like call her and be like, "We found some news on Brian, and we really think you should hear this before you marry him." Then next thing you know, she's on the couch talking with Brian, and she bringing up this news, and it was that. And I was like, I thought they was gonna say that he went to jail or something. I thought that they're gonna say that he owe a whole lot of money to the IRS or something. Like I thought it was gonna be something. Um, but when they said that, I was like, 'cause I've been engaged before, and yeah, I told my spouse about it, but it wasn't like I don't know how it came up or why or whatever. I feel like it's something I told him much later because I didn't really feel like it was important. It was a relationship that didn't work out, so it wasn't important. I actually don't think I told my spouse until that person um was looking for me again because they were so often like they would look for me and contact me, not to like get with me. And sometimes they try, but they know that's over. They know that that's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. But yeah. So I didn't think it was a big deal, but it was other. Her intuition was really telling her not to do this. It was a bad idea. Not to even do this, even if the money wasn't a factor, it would have been a good idea for them to be together. It would have had led down to heartache because the love is missing. And I don't feel like it's just her. The love is missing. It was him too. He was attracted to her. He felt like she was a blessing. He didn't know how he gets so lucky, and he is a pretty lucky person. um, but he didn't really like love her. He really liked her. He lusted after her, and he felt like he could make it work. They both had this feeling like they could make it work. So I asked, like, what was Gentile friends' intentions? Because I low key think they some haters, but I just didn't really like the way that they treated him. Because I felt like they treated him like that just because he didn't have a lot of money. But Spirit is telling me like there's some things I didn't really see because it's a reality TV show. So on reality TV, you never really get the full picture. You just get the most dramatic parts. So they wasn't like mean to him all the times. Spirit is showing me like some interactions that happened like behind the scene that didn't happen on television that also made them not really like him. They just felt like she could do so much better. They felt like she was moving too fast. They felt like this dude had intentions to take her coins. And with this Empress reverse over here, they also felt like he dimmed her light in some type of way. Like, even socially, they wasn't a good fit. Like, they have the mindset of if you're going to get with somebody, either they have money or they have class. They have to have one or the other. You know, if she had like a boy toy, very good looking, social charm and all of that, that could make her look good by this person like just being by her side or whatever. They would have felt like it would have been more beneficial, but they didn't really feel like he brought anything to the table. So, and I also feel like they knew that she didn't really like him like that. Like she was kind of like forcing herself to like him like that. I don't even think she really wanted to be intimate with him sometimes. She really was just wanting to create a family. And they also feel like if push come to shove, she could do that by herself. She got enough money and stuff, but she want that. She want a family. Yeah. So they didn't have like bad intentions. They just knew things that we didn't see like on camera. Um, mm, I'm hearing that it could have been even worse. Could have been worse. His attitude, he seemed to have like a bit of a temper. Um, or they perceived him as kind of manipulating. Yeah. So they just felt like their homegirl could do a lot better, and she took their advice. Not that it was hard for her to do, because that's already how she felt. That's already how she felt. And I don't think that is much of a chance of them getting back together. She seemed to be, like, her energy is kind of like seeing the light was delivered and she done. I wonder how he's doing now, though. So, hold on. I'm feeling like there could have been some drama after this show and everything, because he was really hurt, uh, disappointed that they didn't walk down the aisle. And he gave me like water sign energy. He kind of like, woe is me, feeling really sorry for himself, feeling like bad things always happening to him, feeling like this is like a repeated cycle. And it kind of makes him want to give up on love, but I don't think he will. He seemed like he. I wonder what like younger pictures of him look like. Like, I don't necessarily find him attractive, but I do feel like quite a bit of women do find him attractive. And I do feel like he's used to dating women with money, and it's not that he really look for it. I feel like he attract women with money. hmm I'm feeling like there was like some type of drama. Like maybe he showed up at her house and tried to like beg her to take him back, and she was just like, "No, Brian, it's done. It's done." And he got shut down at the door. I'm seeing like text messages, phone calls galore, and yeah, he tried to like beg her to like take him back because she was like a blessing to him. There wasn't much love here, but she had money, she had looks, and he felt like he could do with that. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap up their reading. Y'all stay blessed. Alright, up next we have Bill and Brianna. Ooh, child. So, I really like Brianna because she reminds me a lot of myself when I was younger and even now at times, but she she loves Bill. She do, but I don't feel like she trusts him. A lot of the cards I pull, she's asking like, is there somebody else? Are you hiding something from me? Stuff like that. So there is a lack of trust. And I think that he may have got caught up. I want to say he's cheating, but I feel like he give me that Sagittarius energy. Like, you can't really tie them down. You can't make them be faithful or settle down. Um, and even when you look on Bill's side, like, this girl really makes him happy. But sometimes he question like, does she really like me for me? Like, is this real? I feel like here that he not used to seeing because of his circle. Like in his circle with his rich friends and stuff like that, she's like something new, something rare to him in his lifestyle. So he treats her. He treats her like she's precious and he's very attracted to her. But there's things about his lifestyle that he's not going to change. So it's like he want her to understand, like, I care about you, I love you, but I'm used to living a certain type of way and I'm going to continue to do that. Also, there are some dark aspects of his life. I'm seeing like cocaine, that he kind of like tried to shield her from. He almost treat her like a father figure. Like he treats her like one of his daughters, except for he's intimate with her. But there's certain parts of his lifestyle that he tried to keep her protected from. And it's mostly because he feel like a innocence in her, like a purity in her that he wants to shield and protect. Because he's seen how it corrupted people in the past. Certain um aspects of his life. Um, I do feel like she feel like he is cheating, so she think about like cheating herself, doing her own thing, and just being like in this open relationship. I feel like they even discussed this before, but she's really caught up emotionally. But I do feel like she tried to be as realistic as possible. I think that they have an understanding that this relationship is just not going to be forever. And look, the death card again. I pulled the death in every last one of these readings. So, but it's reversed in this one. So it's a delayed to it. Um, but I feel like they both feel like one day, realistically, they're gonna separate. But right now, he just gonna take care of her, spoil her, and they're gonna enjoy each other company. So right now, they're just kind of like having fun. I'm also hearing like he wasn't looking to get in a relationship again, before he met her. It's just that he just felt like she was something that he just had to have something he had to conquer. Cause he very ambitious in that way. So he want it, he gonna get it. It's just that even though when he met her, he seen something different in her, but he's still looking for something. He's still looking for negative aspects of her. Also, he not used to like the emotions like she shows him. I'm hearing that he's not even used to somebody loving him like that. He's not used to that much passion. He do know how to please her, um, like sexually, just because he's so advanced. Like he had a ton of experiences, threesomes, which he may still have, but I don't feel like he have them with her. I'm also feeling like he may even have some addictions with this devil card. Money is extremely important to him. He wouldn't know what to do if he went broke. He just wouldn't know what to do. He wouldn't know how to handle life being broke. He's so used to having money. He can't even imagine. But I feel like he's gonna make sure that she's taken care of Like, even if they was to break up, I think that he's always gonna kind of like look out for her. Maybe even write her in his will, because he felt like she is something precious to him, something unique, something different, something that he's thankful to be around. I do feel like they had like a big argument either in a recent past or just really recent. And in this argument, they both hurt each other. I did get a visual of somebody else kissing her when I was shuffling the cards. And I pulled out the card like I think about cheating on you. But I'm feeling like a guilt from that, even though she felt kind of justified because of the way that he lived his life. He's kind of questioning, like, do she still feel the same about me? Another thing I'm not liking from what I'm seeing is that he wants to like isolate her from like her own friends and family because he don't want them to influence her to give up on him. But her world is starting to be filled with nothing but him. His friends, his family. And it makes her kind of nervous, and he notices this, but he's so used to a certain type of mindset. It's almost like he want her to understand that he is paying for her time. Like, okay, look, no, you won't see much of your friends and family no more and stuff, but we're gonna travel. I'm gonna spend money on you. I'm gonna take care of you. So, and this might not last forever. So I just want us to really enjoy each other right now. And she understand that he feels and think this way, but it's not like natural to her. She's emotional. She's emotional. And I do feel like one day she's going to get married, have kids and all of that, but I don't feel like it's going to be with him. But I feel like she wanted to be. She wanted to be, but it's just not. He don't want more kids. He like her so much that he think about it, but I don't see that's happening. Okay, so that scene where Brianna met up with his ex-wife and she was like, he's a cheater. Like, you gotta know that. She was like, you got to know, like, he's cheating on you. And it's something that hurt her, but she wasn't lying. The wife wasn't lying. He have an issue with being faithful. I don't think that he even wants to be faithful. He just want people to understand that, look, I care about you, I love you and stuff, but I like to live my life how I like to live my life. And he's going to continue to live his life how he like to live it, which is with a lot of women, parties, cocaine, So, and I feel like this is what's going to be the end of their relationship because Brianna is going to want more in the future. Especially, I pulled Ten of Pentacles twice. So she want like a family, stability, legacy. Like she want those things, and he already created a family. He already have kids. He already created his legacy. He kind of like in the retirement phase of his life. So as she get into the phase of wanting to settle down, they will split up. And I feel like Bill knows this. So right now they on a journey together, experiencing each other. I also feel like it's gonna be heartache in the end. People gonna feel betrayed, backstabbed. So, and I'm not sure if they're gonna be as close as they close now at the end. Alright, so that's it on Bill and Brianna. Stay blessed, y'all. Okay, so the next couple, yeah, I don't even know their names. Hold on. Okay, Sean and Kate. So this couple to me screams fake. I don't know that they're a real couple. You know, that's just me, but I'm gonna see what the cards say. Um, this couple is pretty interesting. I mean, the dude, he's supposed to be a rapper or something like that, and he's supposed to be a millionaire, but the last time that they was on the show is that they went to a diamond shop, and the person at the shop was looking at a bracelet that he gave his girlfriend. I keep forgetting their name. Sean and Kate. Okay, so Sean gave to Kate, and oof, y'all, when I told you, like, I don't know diamonds like that, but I knew that those diamonds was gonna be fake. I knew it. And as soon as she said, let me check that piece that's on your wrist or whatever. So she was like looking at it, and she like, you know, these Cuban zodiacs, whatever the hell they call them. And he like got on and demand the producers to take it down and all of that. I mean, with his fake ass contacts and he dressing like he from early 2000s and stuff, his whole persona is fake. So, and that's how, like, that's exactly how karma is gonna do people when you not being yourself. If you're not being your true self, it's gonna hit you just like that. It's gonna expose your ass just like that, child. Mm-hmm. So I could see how it was embarrassing, and I do feel like it's kind of shady for the producers to do him like they did him. Like they even recorded when he was like confronting them and demanding them to delete the footage, and the producer just kept asking him like, is they real diamonds? Is they real diamonds? But is they real though? And the man like, it doesn't matter if they real or fake. That's my business. But he should have he should have been more prepared. Like if you're gonna go to a diamond shop, he shouldn't have wore fake diamonds to a diamond shop. He shouldn't even did himself like that. So let's see how they feel about each other. Alright, so I don't believe that they in a relationship now I don't believe that they ever really was in a relationship. I think that she did have some feelings for him, but how they was exposed on TV like that was like a major turn off because he's so fraudulent. He's a hustler, don't get me wrong. Like, he has a lot of ambition, but he's doing things the wrong way. He's not being himself. And I feel like he can make more money just being himself. Like, I don't know what his music is or whatever. I do want to look it up. I really want to look it up because I'm just curious of like what he talk about. You know, I'm kind of feeling like it's gonna be that type of rap music that's easy to write because all they talking about is how much bling they got or you know how many girls they got. They talking about a lifestyle. I feel like it's easy to write lyrics about a lifestyle, like a fantasy of what you want people to see, but it's much harder to write from your emotions. It makes you more vulnerable, and I don't think this guy likes to be vulnerable at all. So I'm gonna actually pause this and go look up a song from him. Hold on. So I found a song called Eggnog, and I'm gonna play it together, see if we like it. Okay, so this song has 48,000 views, it's 2 years old, and it have a good amount of likes, way more likes than dislikes, and he turned the comments off probably because people was coming here and talking about the fake bracelet. But let's see. So he started out with Jeremiah 29:11 from the Bible. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you, what did I say? Is that really is Jeremiah 29:11? Because I feel like I'm gonna look that up too, because it feels a little different. I've been steady on a mission, I just leave flow. I be rocking and I'm rolling, I be chopping and I'm pointing, I be cupping all the foins, yeah they egg now. I'ma get it when I get it, and we credit to the dip. I just steady on a mission, I just leave flow. I be rocking and I'm rolling, I be chopping and I'm pointing, I be cupping all the foins, yeah they egg now. I'ma get it when I get it, and we credit to the dip. I've been rocking and rolling, I've been posting Maloney, I've been whipping the phone, I've been praising the money. Me that only he focused, rolling D like the police. I hit four like a focus. I'm awake, I'm the wokest. Ayy, T-Town, 7 side, T the black, we aight. Running up, always pay. Mama is aight. I put mama on the flight. I put mama in some ice. I put mama in the fight. I told mama we aight. Ayy, they can never stop me, boy. I'm coming in my cool whip. I just came back from Jamaica, that's a cool trick. Other dudes waiting for a chance. That's focus with us over. My boy ain't no cool set. Steady on a mission, I just leave flow. I be rocking and I'm rolling, I be chopping and I'm pointing, I be cupping all the phones, yeah they egg now. Alright, child. It sounds very generic. It actually feels like he just he stole all of that. He just took different pieces from like other artists or um from I don't know, whoever he feel like because this is how people feel like they have to make money today. Like their music have to sound like this. They have to be they have to look like this and everything, which is, I feel like that's a dumb plan, because, explain it. Okay, I feel like he is following something that has already been constructed for success. But it's so many artists doing the same thing. They rapping like this, they looking like this, they talking about this, and like there's no emotion, no passion, no creativity behind it. It's just very generic. And I feel like it's a type of music that would like put your ass to sleep. And the reason is because it's void of like really any emotions, any substance. Listening to that makes me feel absolutely nothing. Nothing. Like, dang. And I'm a type of person that music has a very heavy effect on me. Like, it could affect my mood and stuff. I talk and communicate through music. Like, it's something deep for me. So, now, was it bad? Nah, it was alright. But it's something that we used to hearing. It's a proven formula. I guarantee you it would be so much better if he just be himself. Because you could tell that he's not. He would have to change his whole sound if he was being himself. I wonder what type of music he listened to. Probably this type of music because he's stealing from it. So, let's go on to the reading. So, this started out as like an opportunity, something that's kind of contracted. They giving me friends vibe. I really feel like their whole story was fabricated. They both did it to get attention, to draw attention to whatever they doing. I don't know what Kate do. I don't know if she's an artist too. Maybe I'll look into that. But it was all planned, is what I'm saying. I don't feel love here. I feel like she may have had like a little crush on him, but that's about it. He looked at her as a whole opportunity. He didn't care at all. Not even a little bit. He has a very one-track mind, but he doesn't have any originality. So I feel like if people was to come out and actually tell stories about him, Sean, he probably embarrassed. Because I feel like he run into people all the time that put him in his place because he's not being real or authentic. So people be calling that out all the time. He also is shady with business. Because he don't really have no morals or nothing. So it's probably like people out there complaining about doing business with him. Oh, child. So he is very disappointed. Sean is very disappointed of how this show played out. Because this was supposed to be something, he thought this was going to be something that made him famous. Ooh. Like he thought this was it. He thought this was his moment. And instead, it embarrassed him. He felt like it actually made things worse. And he placed a lot of blame on other people. Like, I feel like he even blamed her at one point. but it was himself because he wasn't being himself. A part of me also felt like she was slightly manipulated. Um, like I felt like she felt used by him. It's almost like they might have went on a few dates or whatever, and he the type of person that breadcrumbs you, only give you a little bit here and there because they want to get something out of you. He just so and then around this time that he like seen this opportunity to be on this TV show, and I feel like from the beginning the producers knew that he was a fraud, and they knew it was gonna play out. He was somewhat set up for real, by the producers. And I think he even upset some of the producers as production was feminine. Like, because he got so much, he's very egotistical. He's not the type of person that you like to be around. So as she was doing the show, I feel like there's times that she may have even wanted to give up. But he kind of like pressured her to keep going. And I feel like he even tried to tell her like what to be. And she was just like going along with his plans. So yeah, I feel like that's done. That's over. Like, it wasn't really nothing here to begin with. But I'm gonna look into like where they at now. And if you do see them again, it's because it's for clout, basically. Because I think they was both trying to get attention for something, but like just something about production, during production, a lot had changed and she was starting to become confused and didn't like what she was seeing in him or with the people around her. And I felt like she started to regret even doing the show before that scene. I feel like they might come together to go against the network. Like, I'm just feeling that way. Or to continue to work with the network or something like that. Um, I feel like they're still in contact. I just don't feel like they are in a relationship. I feel like she's a supply for him. I feel like they still deal with each other, but it's a lot of manipulation and it's a benefit that I can't too much put my hand on. But I feel like they could still mess with each other, like on the low key. Because he gained something from her. Hmm. Alright, I'm gonna see if I could find any of her music if she do music. Okay, I didn't find any music for her. I don't really know what she do, but I did come across this video that he was on $1 million matchmaker or something or whatever, and he's like a whole different person. That's crazy. I'ma play it. He like a completely different person. So he just take on whatever character. So he an actor. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. But he keeps saying that he's a millionaire, and I don't feel like that's true. I don't feel like he really is. He make money, but I don't feel like he's a millionaire. So this is him.
Hey, you're a hugger. You look amazing. Thank you. Have a seat. Hey, how you doing? Got a lot of cologne on there, huh? Tell me what you're looking for. I'm looking for like a first lady, right? So someone that's sorry. You want to be the president of the United States? Maybe one day, but I think that's like the easiest way to describe what I'm looking for. You know, someone that is type A, intelligent, ambitious,
Okay, so he just came into the room and it's like they already clowning him. She mentioned something about him wearing too much cologne, which kind of tells on yourself because rich people, the kind of cologne that they get, and they have a like a technique on how they apply it to smell the best. Um, they don't have to overdo it. They could probably get away with just one little spritz and call it a day because that cologne is expensive and lasts forever.
Go-getter, maybe like master's level education, good family values and has like faith. What faith are you? I'm Christian. My faith is my number one thing for me. Okay.
And you mentioned good looking like a model and an ass like Kylie Jenner?
Yeah, definitely. I think that, I deserve that and I shouldn't have to settle. Okay, that's ridiculous. Here's what I think about Sean's list. It's on my list. What you want is inconceivable. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Hear you? I think it's relative to where I'm at. Hey, let's talk about your parents. They both have master's degrees, like 10 of them between them or something like that? Yes, that's correct. It takes a lifetime to get those degrees. Yeah. You're expecting them at 27 instantly.
Okay, so again, him getting shut down because he ain't being himself. So again, him being embarrassed on television because he's not being himself. So yeah. All right, I'm through with that. Y'all stay blessed, y'all.